Hi, this is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make Baby Cookie Monster. He is also attached to a baby cookie. I posted this on Instagram and you guys liked it and wanted a tutorial, so here it is. And then after that, I will be creating sometime this week Baby Zoe, which I also showed on Instagram. So for today, you're going to need 94 blue bands, and you can use the Rainbow Loom Ocean, I believe it's Ocean Blue Jelly. You can use that. I'm using the regular Rainbow Loom opaque bands. You need 94 blue, 8 black bands, 26 white for the diaper, 2 bands for the color of the strap that you want. I chose blue, but you can use any color. You can use gray. And for the cookie, this is separate. For the cookie, you're going to need 15 caramel or brown bands and then 5 black bands for the chips. And then also for the eyes, I use 2 large pony beads. If you don't have pony beads, I'll show you how to make the eyes with bands, so it's not a big deal. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to make the eyes, and I'm going to just place 2 pony beads onto 2 blue bands. So I'm going to take 2 blue bands and just slide it through a large pony bead like that. And then the same thing on this one. Just take 2 bands and slide it through. So the bead should be big enough that you should be able to just slide those bands right through. So if you don't have beads, you're going to be making the eyes with rubber bands. You're going to need per eye a white band and a black, and then again a white band and a black. And then I will show you what to do. So you're going to take your black band, and you're going to wrap it around your hook 4 times, so 2, and then you can twist it. And then you're going to grab the white band and you're going to place it on the back of the black bands, twist, bring it up to the front, so now it's resting in the front, then twist again, place it to the back, then twist again, and place it to the front. So it's 2 twists to the front and to the back. And you are going to transfer that on to 2 blue bands, and you're going to grab the bands in order, so the 2 white and then the black, and then the white, and then you're going to slide it down, and that is going to be your Baby Cookie Monster's eye. And you're going to do that again, and then that will be the other set. And for today, I'm just going to use pony beads, but this is how you're going to do it if you're using rubber bands. So now let's place the eyes. You're going to take the rubber band and make sure the bands are even, and place your set of eyes there, and your set of eyes here. Now grab 2 more blue bands, and you're going to go down using 2 at a time, 2 times on this side, 2 times in the middle, and then 2 here. And now you're going to switch to your black bands, and you're going to go down 2 times with the black bands in the middle, one here and 1 here. These are 2 bands, but there's one set. Once you've done that, you're going to close the face by using 2 blue bands, and 2 here. And then just push down. And now we're going to make the neck. The neck is 2 bands. And now after you've placed the neck, the rest of the way is going to be 3 bands at a time. So grab 3 bands and place it to the left and to the right. These are 3. And then again, another 3 coming down, another 3, and another 3 here. Now this is where you're going to choose the color of your diaper strap. I chose the light blue, and either that or it's neon, but it's definitely by Rainbow Loom. And you're going to take a single and just wrap it around this peg 2 times. So it should just have 2 loops, and it should just be a capped band, and 2 on here. So 1 in here and 1 on there. Now you're switching to your diaper, and you're going to use 3 bands. So push down that blue cap band, place 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. Another 3 white bands here, another 3 here, and 3 here. Now you're going to take 2 only for the closing of the diaper. So 2 here and just 2 here. And now we're going to make the feet. And the feet and the arms are done identically. And I'm just going to show you how to do the feet, and then we're going to take the feet off and use them as arms because we didn't make the arms. Or you could use the middle row, it doesn't matter. So to do the feet, it's 3 bands, 3 bands, and 3 bands. Another 3 for the legs. And 3, and another 3. And now you're going to take a single band and you're going to cap it, wrap it around 4 times, and the same here, wrap this around, four times. So now you can borrow the middle of your loom and go down 3 times using 3 bands for the arms. So it's 3, and go 1, and then another 3, 2, and 3. And now just cap that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're just going to loop it. And then remove it and place it on this peg right here. And then just repeat that same process. And make sure you're using 3 bands. And then cap it. Then loop it. Remove it. place it on this peg. And now we're going to make the cheeks or the face and finish it off because he needs an extension to make him rounder. You're going to take 2 blue bands, push all these down, and you are going to, on this peg right here, place 2 here, and then 2 here. Do the same thing on this side. 2 bands here, 2 bands here, and here. Now grab a single, and on this peg, wrap it around only 3 times. And same thing here, only 3 times. Now we're going to place the triangle bands. So take a single blue and place it from here to here. And actually, we should have placed the cap band first, so just take the cap band and push it up and just place the triangle band resting underneath. So you don't have to remove anything, just push the capped band up and rest the triangle band underneath. And then another single blue from here to here and from here to here. So now we're going to loop this baby, and to do that we have to first take a single white and place it from here to here, and you are going to need a cap band here, a triangle band, but only after we lift up the diaper strap. So just place that to the side, reach in underneath where the feet are, push the cap band back, grab those 3 bands and loop. And just loop onto this peg right here, and do the same thing on this side. And now you're going to reach in and you're grabbing these 2. So the first 2 bands, and make sure it's only 2 that you're grabbing. And you know you grab the right ones when you pull on it. The bottom should be pulling. Same thing here, grab just the top 2 and loop it to the middle. Now reach in for those 3 bands. You should have 3 white bands and loop that forward. Same thing here, 3 white bands, loop it forward. Reach into the middle, push back all these bands. Grab those 3 white and loop forward. Now reach in here, loop these forward, and you're going to take your hook and grab that diaper strap and lift it up and over. So all I did was grab it and lift it over. And now the same thing on this side. I looped those 3 white, grab that diaper strap, lift it up and over. And now you're going to take your hook, just remove the top 3 white. So there's 6 altogether, 3 and 3. Just remove the top 3 and these top 3 and let it rest on your hook. Just be careful, you don't want it to come off. And then take your single band and place it as a triangle. Replace on this side those 3 bands, and the same thing here, these 3. And don't worry if this came off, you can just place it back. Now loop the middle. Again, those are 3. Loop these, and the middle, and the middle. Now reach in where the arm is and push the arm back and grab those 3 bottom bands and loop it to the neck. And the same thing here. Push, reach for these, and loop to the neck. And if you feel like there's tension here, take your hook and just go in a circular motion and it will loosen that up. Reach in here and you're pushing all these bands back. You want to make sure that you're pushing the right ones back. So I'm pushing everything back and just grabbing the 2 neck bands. I don't want this to pop. So right now this feels like it's tight on me, so I'm just going to hold on to it for a second. Take my hook, go in a circular motion, then re-grab those. I could do it again. It's just a little tight. There. And then I'm going, so you should have looped the neck bands, and now what we're going to do is, before looping anything else, we're going to reach in and we're going to loop those extensions that we added. So you're going to reach in where that capped band is, and your cap band should be on the top, and then also push back the triangle band, grab the top 2 blue bands that you find, and loop it forward. Same thing, pushing this triangle band back, grabbing the top 2 blue bands only, and looping forward. And same thing here, top 2 blue bands and looping forward. So you should have looped the top row, and then the bottom row should be untouched. Same thing on this side. Push the cap band back as well as the triangle band. Grab the top 2 blue, and mine came off. 1, 2, 3. So push the triangle band back and the cap, grab the top blue, loop forward, same thing, and you're just aiming for the top row. Once you have looped both rows, you're going to take your thumb and hold onto the front, the very top peg, grab the second set, so you're entering over here, right here, and you're pinching this and popping it up and over to the side like this. And you're not taking this off. So this cap band must remain on your peg, and these bands must remain on this peg. So this peg and this peg, nothing comes off. So just the 2 middle ones, and those popped off easily. And the same thing on this side. Do not remove that, do not remove that. Grab from the second, pop up, and over to the side like this. And now your triangle bands, just make sure they're resting the right way. One should be resting above this middle peg and the other resting underneath. And the same for this one. So it should look like a triangle band. Once you have done that, now we can go back to the neck and grab the top 2 blue bands that you see. The very top 2. And mine go to the right. And then the next top 2 go to the left, and the remaining color should be black. And now reach in here and you're pushing all these bands back and grabbing those 2 black bands, looping that forward, loop the middle, and the same thing here, push all those blue bands back, grab the 2 black bands and loop forward. So right now you have looped all the black bands. Reach in here, bottom 2, loop, middle, and this one. Now for the face, we just loop this one. I'm going to now tell you to remove these 2 that you just looped, have it rest on your hook, and then on here you can see there's 2 bands. The top 2, you're going to take it off and hold on to it. So this is what it should look like. The bottom 2 are on the peg and the other 2 are on your hand. Place these 2 first and then replace it. It just looks a lot better with the face, the way the bands are laying. We'll do that again on this side. Take these 2 blue bands, leave it on your hook, remove these top 2 with your finger. You can do it with your finger and just keep it on, slippery guy today. So keep it on your finger. Place these. And then just replace these. And once you've done that, loop the middle. Loop these. Now what I like to do is the eyes are going to be in the back. I don't like that. You can leave him that way when you loop it. If you made it with the rubber bands, you can do that. I prefer the eyes to be to the front. So once I've looped both bands to the middle, I take my hook and I open up that space and I pop the eyes through. If you can try to do that with a rubber band, it's probably a better idea to do it now while the bands are stretched. So same thing on this side. I open it up and then usually it's a lot easier when I do it by myself. So you open up the band and you try to pop it through. You can do it, I'm going to take my little hook. You can do this once your Cookie Monster is looped, but it's just harder to fuss with. So if you have a thin hook, you can grab it. I cheated. Okay, so I grabbed it, and now when I loop him, the front is where I want him to be. And then you take your hook inside the middle and grab 2 blue bands and pull it through. Place them both on your hook, and I don't make the slip knot now. I make it after because I like the face to be shaped. So after you have both loops on your hook, I remove him slowly. And again, if you made eyes out of rubber bands, you want to adjust the eyes. And I'm just going to take them off slowly. I noticed that if you make a slip knot with your figure first on the loom, that sometimes it distorts the shape of the face. So I started doing it this way, where I take it off first and I kind of shape the face. And then once I'm happy with the face, then I create the slip knot and pull to the back. And that way it's a more rounder face. And then you can just take the slip knot. And if your eyes are resting on the back and you like the way it looks, you can do that too. It's just, it looks like it kind of looks like a back, it looks like he's arched, so I ended up liking the front. So this is your baby Cookie Monster, and now we're going to make the baby cookie. Just gonna hide that. So let's make the baby cookie. And the way I do the baby cookie, I add a blue band on the back. As we're looping, we add a little blue band, and that way you can just open that blue band and place it on his hand, and it looks like he's holding the cookie. So let's do that now. So for the cookie, I am using Rainbow Loom's caramel bands and black bands. I'm going to take 15 caramel bands. And if you see my caramel bands popping and breaking during this tutorial, I have no idea what's up with these bands, but they're either dry or not Rainbow Loom brand. I know there's some that Michael's stores can sell their version, and then Rainbow Loom can sell their, their actual version. I think this might be from Learning Express, but they pop. So if you see them pop, I think like 25 of them popped yesterday while I was doing the cookie. So to begin, you take a caramel band, and you're going to, these are all cap bands, you're going to twist this around and place it from here to here. And then take another caramel band, twist it, and place it from here to here. Another caramel, twist from here to here. Another caramel, twist from here to here. Another one. So far they're not breaking. And another one. So this is what yours should look like so far. And now for the next one in the middle, grab a blue band, the same band color that you use for your Cookie Monster, or you could use jelly. I use jelly, doesn't matter. And make a capped band on your hook. Actually, just wrap it around once like that, so it's 2 loops. And then take your caramel band, twist it around, and transfer this on, and then place it from here to here. and then another capped caramel band from here to here, another capped caramel from here to here, and another capped caramel. So in the middle you should have 1, 2, 3 capped caramel bands, and that's how you know you did the size right. And then we're closing it off. So this is your setup for your cookie. Now take another caramel band and wrap it around this peg 4 times. And now you're going to take 5 black bands and wrap it around your hook 4 times. So this is wrapped around 4 times. That's 1 set, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can add as many chocolate chips as you want. I tried to play around with them to see which one looked nicer. This one, if you like the way this looked, this is the capped band. So this is, instead of the brown or caramel band as a cap band, I used the black band to add an extra chip look. If you want that, you can do that now. And I'm just going to leave it the way it looks on, where is it? Not this one, I have it somewhere. This one. So we're going to be doing this one together. You can play around with them and add the chips where you want them. So let's get started. Place a single band, cap it, and triangle from here to here. Caramel band, cap from here to here. Now we can add the chips. You're going to reach underneath that capped band, grab the first set and loop it. You're not adding a chip. Grab the second set and loop it to the left and to the right. And now the third set, or the last one, goes to the middle. Again, none of those have chips. So now this row will have a chip. So you, before you loop it, slide your chip down. And then loop. Now reach into this peg, grab those, and slide a chip. And loop. Same thing here. Grab these, slide a chip, and loop it. And on these, also a chip. And on these also. And then the middle, you just loop. And you want to loop the middle first. So loop the middle first and then the corners. And then reach in, push all those bands back, grab this one. And again, take your hook, holding on to that caps band, and just pull it off. And now there's your tiny little cookie. And then again, I like to shape the cookie. And then once I am satisfied with the shape, I actually like to go through the back. So I put my finger through the bands and I put the hook through the back and I pull the slip knot backwards. Like that. Because you pull it forward, the loop comes this way towards you. You don't want that. And then now you can just take that and hide it somewhere in the back. And there is that loop that I was telling you about. And it matches our Cookie Monster, so it works out. And then you just pull on it and place his hand inside, and he's holding on to his baby cookie. Now I did a baby Elmo and I posted on my page too, and I asked my friends, my other looming friends that have YouTube channels, and they think this baby looks better than this one. Like, they think this one looks crazy. It is your choice. You can make Elmo the exact same way as you make Cookie Monster. The only thing I would say is if you make Elmo, his nose has to be added in, you know, the very top, so it might confuse you. And I would make his face capped bands. So the way we place the triangle bands of a cookie, I would take the band and wrap it around itself and make his face tighter looking so that he's a little bit smaller. It's okay for Cookie to have like a crazy big face because he looks that way anyway. So I just wanted to show you that. And then also I have baby Zoe and my little Oscar the Grouch and my big Zoe. So I shared the big Zoe also. So I'm definitely on a Sesame Street kick. And if you make your baby Cookie Monster, you can share it with me on Twitter and on Instagram on Marloomz Creations. And thank you so much for watching.